Hey guys, Geo here and it's time for a new video, and what I'm going to do in this video is talk you through 5 things I do on RuneScape if I played it for a day. Either way, I think you should all enjoy it and I think it should give you a bit of an insight into the game, and other players can watch it and think about what they'd do in this circumstance. So if I was thrown into the world of RuneScape for one day on a moderately leveled account, with all the quests complete and I could do absolutely anything with no limitations. This isn't what would usually happen on the game. You'd have to start from scratch and you'd build up your levels and you complete quests in order to unlock more stuff. But let's say, for the sake of argument, I was just thrown into the middle of RuneScape on an account where I could do absolutely anything without worrying about requirements or limitations. So what would be the 5 things I'd want to do if I could play RuneScape on any account for just one day? Okay, so on my first day I'd want to jump into the action straight away and I'd want to fight through 63 waves of monsters in the TzHaar fight caves. Now this means I would be fighting through 63 different waves of monsters, increasing in difficulty each time. The monsters will become higher and higher level and more of them would come until you finally face one of the highest level monsters in the game, TzHaar, which is definitely one of the most exhilarating things in the game. I know a lot of players who can relate who have fought all the way to Jad and then their hands have been shaking all over the mouse because they don't want to die and redo that for up to 2 hours. It's definitely one of the most exciting things in the game, and once you successfully kill him, for some people it takes one try and for some it takes many. But either way, if I had one day on RuneScape, this would definitely be one of the things I would do. Now the second thing I'd do on my day on RuneScape would be venture into the wilderness for some player versus player combat. Maybe I'd even take a friend so I could do some multi-way combat, or take a friend and fight him to the death, or her to the death. Once you're in the wilderness, it only takes a few seconds of unluckiness or even luckiness to die or win, and get all your stuff, or lose all your stuff. Either way, it's pretty fun. It's one of the fun things to do on RuneScape, venture into the wilderness. However, once you get a habit of it, you can either lose all your stuff fighting there, or you can make a load of money killing people. But like I said, it only takes a few seconds unluckiness to get earned. But whether I die or win in my day on RuneScape, I'd probably have a whole load of fun in there, losing a lot of stuff or winning a lot of stuff. Although it's definitely pretty annoying when you can't hit for anything and your opponent's weapon seems to be on steroids. Okay, so the third thing I do on my day in RuneScape will probably be try out RuneScape's Dungeons of Demonheim, which as most of you will probably know is related to the skill Dungeoneering, and completing dungeons is basically how you train the skill. Now the dungeons integrate lots of things from RuneScape, like all the skills, all the combat, and you can use your combat and your skills such as smithing and herblore in order to create potions and armor to venture through the dungeon, unlock more of the storyline, and fight different monsters until you finally get to the end of the dungeon and you fight the boss. Now this is one of RuneScape's cooler things because it completely relies on teamwork. Although you can do it alone, it's much more engaging to be doing it with a team. So it relies on teamwork in order to gain fast XP and complete the dungeon in ample time. So yeah, I'd take a group of my friends, probably I'd find a group of players on my day on RuneScape, and I'd get there and I'd explore the dungeons and have a good time doing that. Okay guys, you got me. RuneScape's not all about combat and fighting things, there's lots more to do. So what I'd probably do on my day is I'd go around the cities and have a look. I'd have a look at all the different graphics of the different cities, and there's a lot to do in the different cities. There's clothes stores, which sounds pretty lame, but once you get there and you're exploring it, it's pretty fun. So I'd explore some of the diverse cities of the game and see the different races of citizens in the game. And a fun thing to remember is that Jagex, the game creators, are always updating graphics around the cities, so it's nice to see how the game has come along from when I first started playing, which was many years ago. So it's fantastic to visit those, and on my day on RuneScape I definitely want to see what all the fuss is about. Okay, so the final thing I do on my day on RuneScape would be the thing that keeps thousands of players engaged on RuneScape all the time. I would stand at the bank, wondering what to do next. Because I'm always on RuneScape, stood at the bank wondering, there's so much to do, but what the hell should I do? So yes, the last thing I would do on my day on RuneScape would be stood at maybe Edgeville Bank, wondering what to do, until my day on RuneScape was over. As you can see all the players right now, they're probably all just stood at the bank, wondering what the hell they should go do next. Okay guys, so you've heard it from Geo. Those are the 5 things I would do on RuneScape in a day if I could dive straight into it without worrying about requirements or levels or equipment or completing quests. But that's not what the game's about. Although this was a fun video to make and wonder what I would do if I had to play RuneScape for one day, the 5 things I would do, RuneScape's all about the fun of leveling your stuff, slaving on the game, watching your game time rack up with hours and days and even months. But that's all part of the fun. You know, we spend hours on games, whatever game it is, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, RuneScape, but we spend hours on the game unlocking more of the fun and wondering what the hell we should go do on this massive game next. So guys, if you play RuneScape, let me know in the comments section of this video what would be the 5 things you would do if you could dive straight into RuneScape in a day. Maybe yours would be completely different from mine, but do be honest and let me know the 5 things you would do in the comments section of this video. What appealed to you most in this video? Thanks a lot for watching the video guys, and I hope you enjoyed it.